Now let's talk about E-Class and your situation with him. What is the deal? What do you guys have worked out? Is like a label collaboration?
E-Class is, me and E-Class finna get us some real money. We finna do what niggas in Miami should have been did, you know what I'm saying? Instead of, you know, when every time you hear a new cat in Miami come out, instead of that dude getting on TV and being truthfully and honestly and tell them who raised them in music, instead of telling them who they grew up listening to, they always got some off-the-wall ass shit to say out of their mouth. And even with Trina once before, I heard Trina doing an interview and asked her who her favorite rapper was, and she said Jay-Z. And I respect Jay-Z, but I ran off the fucking road and tore up my car when I heard that shit.
Right. Yeah,
like, you got to be. If you're between the age of 15 and 40, I raised you in music. And Luke raised me, and Prince Raheem, and Crazy Legs, and Disco Rick, and Poison Clan. That's who I grew up to. Ain't no way I'm going to get beside myself and get me a hot record, a few dollars in my pocket, or get my dick sucked and forget about all this shit that I've been through and what I grew up listening to. And a lot of these niggas just did this recently, did a MTV special where they had all these so-called niggas who raised them in music. I'm like, how the fuck?
Right. Well, you always show respect to people you feel like you came up, you know, with, like Luke and Poison Clan and all of them. So
I grew up off their music, and that is what it surprised you is I listen to a lot of East Coast. I like Coogee rap. I like AZ. I like shit that's believable. Niggas I believe, man. I don't like hip hop niggas. I have a problem with that word hip hop.
Wow. Okay. Well,
what does hip hop mean? That I'm supposed to wear tight? I'm supposed to follow trends now, so I'm supposed to wear the tight ass shirts? Nah, no. Man. Black
I can't see you doing that, Trick Daddy. I can't see.
Man, and these niggas got their ass out with these tight, skinny legs. Them is women pants, boy.
All right, so I got to ask you more about E-Class, though. Now, we all know Rick Ross used to be down with E-Class. You know, he was signed to his label. Now, I hear rumors that they don't get along anymore. It's all over, like...
you know what's one thing me and E-Class never discussed about him and Ross situation? Mm-hmm. And I don't really know that situation, but I know this. Had I had E-Class on my line for the last 3-4 years, a lot of these niggas would have never made it out. We need to start censoring these niggas. That nigga, don't nobody do the shit how E-Class do it. E-Class is a promoter extraordinaire. That's what he do. Everybody's talking about, the new game is this now. The new game is this. And nah. The new game is whatever you make it. And E-Class has an open mind, and he's willing to go out there and work hard and try other shit. Everybody talking about, rap is not selling like it used to. Lil Wayne just did $3.5 million. I don't know what the fuck they talking about.
Yeah, well, you know what? Music in general isn't selling like it used to, but there's different avenues you have to...
Niggas is doing what other niggas do. You have to do your own shit. Mm-hmm. There's too many drug dealer rappers, Angela.
Yeah, there are. There's definitely a lot. But I definitely got to ask you about your situation with Rick Ross now, because I know you guys have had like some tension going back, and then y'all were cool, and then...
what happened was I'd like to apologize to all my fans, even the Rick Ross fans, for any of this situation even coming up, because I know it's going to get bigger now because I'm saying something about it, and it's not. And I read the blogs, and I'd like to thank everybody for commending me on taking it like a man and knowing that I really have, said the political correct answer. And I also like to apologize for my kids misbehaving in class and on the radio and on these concerts, because I raised them, and I what happened was I let Ross start eating table food too fast. When you don't raise your kids, they will throw their hands up at you. What your mama say? Boy, don't swell up at me. And I just don't understand it. I was a big Ross fan. If you check all my interviews, you check the web, radio, I never sneak diss them. I always tell people I like Ross as an artist. Even when he was Willow, when he was Teflon Don, whatever Ross wanted to be, I supported him. For him to try to assassinate my character, and then what's the sad part about it, Angela, is that when the picture correction officer picture came out,
they said they accused you.
Later, I saw an interview. About a week later, I saw an interview. In the interview says, "So Rick Ross, how do you feel about Trick Daddy calling you a prison guard? Time out. Ain't no way you went for that dumbass shit right there."
Oh, he went for it.
I mean, no, you want to know the sad part? The sad part is that interview was 3 years old. So now you do the math.
Right.
Then they leaked the rest of it, and he's calling my family rats. And I come from a long line of real niggas, man. All you gotta do is use my social security number, use his social security number, print up everything you got on there. I owe more motherfuckers than he owe. My credit worse than his. Everything you can pull up on my name is worse than his. I owe every motherfucking body. I've been arrested and convicted of more crimes than he been pulled over and wrote the ticket for.
Yeah.
So when did I have time to be a pussy? When do you use me as an example? I don't give a fuck who told you what. Don't mention my name in your raps, man. That's disrespectful, man.
Yeah, I thought that song Valley of Death, I thought it was disrespectful for him to say that you were lying.
Not even that. M.I.A.O. DVDs, a lot of them niggas in there. One of my niggas on there said he can't believe that he put him at the number that he put him at. He labeled niggas from a scale of 1 to 10. He showed pictures of dead bodies and mentioned people's names that's trying to get out on the pill and trying to do better. Some of these people are saved now. Jesus. Some of these people have kids, and some of these people have grandmothers that died, their mothers and their kids don't even know about this, and you don't do shit like that, man.
So when is the last time you've spoken to him at all, period?
Man, the last time I spoke to Rawse was like 3 weeks ago. He was with Khaled. Mm-hmm. And but before that, the time before that I spoke to Rawse is when the interview came, they started putting out so Trick Daddy responds to, Rick Ross responds to Trick Daddy. So when he called me, I'm like, are you serious, nigga? I'm like, can you read and comprehend? Are you serious? Like, he called me with, they saying that, you know, saying you said it, that it's coming from you, you know. I say, Ross, who the fuck is they, nigga?
He could have easily called you up and found out, right, himself.
Right, I'm like, who the fuck is they? I'm saying the media. I said, man, listen, man.
The media.
Man, go in the media, man. One time the media interested in Trick Daddy, man, when I get arrested, give away these fucking toys for these kids and do these after-school program and raise all this money and help the community. They don't put that shit on the radio. I said, Ross, listen, I'm not interested in what no media got to tell you, man. I'm not interested in that. I say, so what are you saying? No, I'm just saying that Ross told me he's gonna have to start back taking shots.
Wow.
So I said, okay, and hung up. We ended up back on the phone, and I was like, Ross, man, let me explain something to you. You fell for that bullshit. He said, how I fell for? I said, Ross, I'm looking at the YouTube where you responded to me, supposedly had done said you was correction officer, and I never said it. It's like, I see you responding, and I'm still not going to respond. I'm like, Ross, next time, I'm going to let them fall for the trap. Well, I don't know what video you're talking about. I say, Ross, now you playing crazy. I say, I tell you what, I know what video I'm talking about. I'm going to eat this like a man, man. Let's let that shit go. Ross told me he going to have to start taking shots. I said, what? Taking shots? Shots? I said, Ross, while you taking your shots, what the fuck you think I'm going to be doing, nigga?
Working with E-Class.
I'm gonna give me some real money. I'm a real Miami nigga. I was born and raised in Miami. I'm not moving to no fucking where. I'm not going nowhere. My studio was in Carriage City for 3 years. The whole 3 years that player hating shit was going on. It's like, listen, man, niggas doing songs about the 48 powers of law. They must can't read and comprehend, man. You can't outshine the master, nigga. Never outshine the master. It's in the book.
I know, that's definitely one of the laws.
Well, yeah, it's in the book. It's in the book. And through all that, baby, and through all that, I don't care if you get a job. I don't care if you a drug dealer. I don't care if you a jack boy. Man, it won't matter unless it affects me. Mm-hmm. I don't care who you disrespect. Just don't disrespect me. Respect my mind. You know what I'm saying? When Ross came out, I was happy for Ross. I went and bought 10 of his first CDs. You know, when you have the wrong people around you, they go to tell you, oh, Rick Ross the new mayor. Then you go to saying, I'm the mayor. That's disrespectful. But I'm a grown man, and I let that slide. You know, sometimes your kids suck their teeth. You want to slap their ass down, but you let them slide like you want them. Like I owe you one now. I'm gonna let you slide, but I owe you one. So, and that's the problem with. The problem is police, snitches, Niggas use 911. Your kids use 911 against you. And like I said at the beginning of this, I would like to apologize for not raising my son properly, but I have new rules.
What's the new rules?
I'm going back to the old ass whooping days.
Wow.
I'm whooping all my kids' ass. You can send HRS and whoever else, your fake ass, cartel, whoever you want to send. I'm going to have to start beating my kids' ass for disobeying me. And we have to, and everybody as parents have to stick together. A lot of niggas that's listening, if you got niggas that you done raised and taught everything and they being disobedient, you probably need to beat their ass. Because ass whoopers worked for me back in the days.
I'm scared. I'm scared now.
Yeah, ass whooping. We have to stop worrying about our kids liking us. We're going to have to start respecting us, Angela.
All right, well, Trick Daddy, you know what? I really appreciate you calling up here and talking to me this morning. I hope to hear from you more often.